I guess everyone can get me. All right. Today, we'll be looking at some functions that we use in Excel. Why? I think yesterday I'll do a fast recap of yesterday's class on the last things that was done that we never really got it, or that we went offline without getting it. All right, just a second. Let me look at the file that I shared with you guys yesterday. I'll use the same file for the demonstration of the last things that I did yesterday. Okay, I've seen the file, the 2 exercise file. All right. Then okay, I guess, yeah, everybody can see my screen. Yeah. Um, yesterday I was working on some things. Yesterday I was concluding on things like sum if and count if. And then later on, I realized that we're not on. Before going to that, I'll take over one of the things that I did yesterday, so that we get it again before I proceed with what we are doing today. All right. I started yesterday by teaching us how we can consolidate or append data across different data sets like this. And I will just take it fastly again because I guess that's one of the places that my connection had issues. All right, we assume here that we are having data for 4 countries: France, Spain, UK, and Toronto. I want to append this data to be able to come up with one master sheet that has the complete data, which means data from France, which starts with Rebecca and ends with Jacqueline, and then it will come to Spain and take Jonel and take it down to Ariel. They will come to UK and take Branty down, and so on and so forth. So I want to bring this 4-sheet data now into 1 sheet. I said by doing that, we have to ensure the first thing, the data has to be on table, and this is already table format. What we have here are table formats. And if I come to design view, you see the names of the table. This is France. The table name there is France. The table name here is Spain. The table name here is UK. And the table name here is Toronto. When all of them have already been on a table form, now we can now append the data. For those that were not there, to put a table is not difficult. I said you just click within any side of the data set. You come, you take insert, this one, you take insert table here, and then you choose a table. And if you are acknowledging that it has headers, you click on OK. This is a table. And to name the table, when the table has been selected, you can just come and untick here these filter buttons to have a table like that. You don't click anywhere. You come on the table name. You can click on the table I put data set. This is the table name. Then when you're done, you click on enter. Okay, it exists because it is already a table. So I can put data set one. I already created something. So data set one is the name of this table. So just like while we are having France, that's how we came out with these names. Now we want to append the data. So appending the data, you need to come to, I hope, okay, I'm still on. To append the data, like joining the data to one, I said you come to design here, where we have design. You come to, get data. You come to data. You come to get data. Already, these tables were already created. They were already created here. If I load it, okay, this is it. it is not created yet, but already the tables that were created in the system already, using the method we did yesterday, which I might not go through now. But if we want to create other tables, like for practical sake, we can come to get from table. We assume this is table 2. France 2 is table 2. We take close and load here. We close and load. Then we come to Spain. Just a second. Close and load. Then we'll click on create connection only. Here we take OK. Then you see these are the tables. I want to create now France 2, Spain 2, and you see it's created. This one was created yesterday. You come to Spain. You come the same here from table. This is it, Spain 2. I come and click close and load. And I take create connection only. Okay. It will create Spain here. This Spain here below. So you go to the third, UK. You click on create from table. That's it, UK 2. Come and click close and load. You take create connection only. Okay. You add UK to this data set. Now, let me take off these ones, delete. Okay, it's not deleting because I already have it append. I'll just append with the new ones. Let me go to Toronto lastly, and I take close and load Toronto 2. We have Toronto 2 here. Close and load. Create connection only. Okay. So it has created France 2, Spain 2, UK 2, and Toronto 2. Because we already have France, Spain, UK, and Toronto here. Now we want to append a new created region, which is this, which are the 4 areas that we've worked on. How do we do that? We come now to get data. We come to combine and query. We take append. Combine queries, we take append. We click on append. We are having 2 tables or more, so we take 3 or more tables. These are them. Now select only the ones that I will created now, which is France, a whole control, Spain, control is still held down on the keyboard, UK and Toronto. Those that are not really versed with control, you can see take one after another. You should add, you come to Spain, you add, you come to UK, you add, you come to Toronto, you add. These are the 4. So you take on OK now. You can give it a name. Maybe we can name it console, means consolidated data, console. You can just say console. When we type console, that's the name of the consolidated sheet. Come and click now, close and load. Now the data has been added here. So all the data for all the areas, for the 4 new areas that we created, though you are not seeing them here, but they are existing. All the data that we created, they are already in the console, which is, I think it should be at the end. Let me see. Console. Okay, this is sheet 2. I can name it maybe console. So now, if we want to confirm now this data, if you come to console here, you want to confirm the number of entries. If you put now, for instance, you take on the first, you click on the first name, Rebecca, you hold Control and Shift down, you'll see we have 503 entries. And if you sum the data here, from here down is 94 plus 60, not 61, because it's adding the headers. 94 plus 60 plus 153, and lastly plus 196 will definitely give 503. I don't need to do the calculation, but if you can calculate that, you have it. Now, I said again that if you were to update this data, you automatically, when you refresh, you update here. Now, this is an example. If I'm to update this data, I can add a column here. Under, I want to update in the middle so that you see what happens. Because I might update at the end at Toronto, you think that it will just come and append the data, but at the end here, I want to update data between UK and Spain and UK, which means I'll come to the last cell of Spain and I'll append is some data there. I'll come here, Spain, this is Spain. I can put data here. Let me put Dennis. Automatically, you see, expands that cell. If I put maybe another cell here, maybe Walter and Yvonne, automatically you see it appends the cell. If I'm copying now data anywhere here, to go and put on the 3 cells. I've added 3 names. If I copy this data and I come and put here, as I refresh, you'll see that it has added these 3 names, Dennis, Waters, and Yvonne. It ended in Ariel under Spain. So if I go to the console and I'm looking for Ariel under Spain, this Ariel definitely will come and add the data between Ariel and Harley. So if I take refresh, I refresh this consolidated sheet, refresh. Maybe there are many Ariel. Let's confirm where the data ended. I actually added in Spain where it was ending with Henry. It was ending with Henry. Okay, let me confirm. So the next has to be Ariel, Dennis, Waters, and Yvonne. Let me find. All right, this is it. Ariel, you have Henry. These are the data that I added. Ariel, Dennis, Waters, and Yvonne. You see, comes and add the data from 55, 56, 57, and 58. And if I look on my data set where I'm having, I don't know, Spain, you see, this is the data here, the 3 data that we added. So that's definitely how you append data. But if you're working with sheet that has formulas, be careful if you're working with sheet that has formulas. I was teaching somebody something today in the office on case management, and I was telling the person you can be having a dashboard like this, and maybe you want to develop a system where you consolidate data, you append data as well, like this, like what you see. And at the end of the day, you might decide how to bring it on the pivot table here, where you can sort data from the number of people that were registered on case management, maybe number of HIV patients, number of COVID-19 cases, things like that. But now know that anything that you're dealing with, like a formula here, for instance, if I'm dealing with a formula here, this is a formula that I've written, this formula, to ensure that if a child is 16 years, you should register the child in the age group 15 to 17. If the child is 17 years, is still within that age group. The child is 17 years. If the child is above the age of the case management, it should return blank, which means at the end of the day, I can say maybe above age here, above age range, or above age, enter. You see automatically above age appears in everywhere that it is greater than 18. So, but if you're exporting this formula, let me undo. If you're exporting this formula to a data set that has to do, or you're appending this, it will not append the formulas. It will only copy the context, which means it will paste this data as text. It will not paste it as let me leave it blank back. It will not paste it as what we have formulas. It will paste as text. That's why you are having in the consolidated sheet here, it has the text. Just, it doesn't have the formulas, because the essence is you want just to have the data, the main data set that has just data, not where you can analyze now whatever thing you need to analyze here, maybe using pivot table. So that was that for the section that we did yesterday. And again, I said normally the other section that we'll be doing will be things that are related now to things of today. like I was talking of, some if, come if, things like this, nested if errors, things. So these are the things that we'll be working today, using the if statement and the nested if. And we've already worked a lot about this, but we'll be working again practically for me to explain. Remember, I always say most of the things that I was explaining, they say, I always explain and tell you that we'll come back to that. So this is the session now to actually do what we've learned as far as that. We'll start first, we'll work with dates format. We'll work with extracting day, month, and year from the date. We'll extract things like, we'll work with text, extracting text from date, and so on and so forth. So the first thing that I want you to know is, let me open a sheet that has that. Now we are having this sheet here. We're having this sheet. Let me use date function. This empty sheet here. This is a sheet that we have. Now, these are dates. I cannot teach this because this is not supposed to be taught because it's just manual dates. What I'm just saying here is these are just normal dates that you can enter for activities or for sales. These are the salesperson, which is manual, and these are the sales, which is manual too. Now, H here, we can put H. It doesn't really make sense here, but I was putting H so that I will show us how we can determine age from a date of birth. So let me just take this one this way and put date of birth here. Date of birth. So I'll be teaching us more than the function that are there. So mind me, it's just that I want us to have the best. We should be living here while fulfilled. There are some things that maybe are not covered perhaps in the course outline, but as I'm teaching here, I'll have to cover some of those things because they're important. We know them. All right, I'm having already the months here. Okay, the month name is here already, so I don't need to add another column. So the first thing I need to do is date of birth here. It is the date of birth I want. Maybe I can assume that these are date of birth here. I will use one exercise to do several things, or one exercise sheet to do several things. Now look at something. I can come and paste here as values so that it should not alter anything. You see, this is pasted at values. I wanted to paste it so that you understand something. At times you enter a date, this is what you see, values like that. But it's actually a date that has been entered. How do you correct this if you see? Or how do you change this from 25th of January 2000? That it should not be 25th of 1st 2000. So to do that, if you have things like this, you need to just select the whole of the data from the beginning to end. I'm using selecting here, whereas I already showed you a short form by clicking on the first, holding Control and Shift, and you press the down arrow. It will just select to the end. When you select to the end, you come up as you've selected. You come now to where we have number under the home tab, number. You click on this arrow here under format. When you're on format, you come to custom here. You click on custom, then you search for where we have day, month, year, this it. And you look here, the sample already tells you it's 25th of January. Now look at something. If I put the third Y and the fourth Y, it will give me the full year in full. And if I put the fourth M, it will give me January in full. So you can take off, depending if you want it full form, you can take off one M to give you the date in 3 letters and the year in 4 letters. If you add one D here like that, Tuesday will be in short form. And if you add another D, Tuesday will be in long form. But we don't want the Tuesday should appear. We just want the day as in date, and then a month short form the way you see it like that. When we are done doing that, we come and click on OK. You see automatically it has brought here 25th of 1st 2000 as 25th of January 2000. That's that. Now, how do we get now the H from here? How do we get the H from here? Now, remember that H here will normally come. I want it to capture the H in terms of years. how old, 2000 up to now, I think this person should be about 21 years, PC, if we were to input manually. So if you have people's date of birth and you want it to be updating, means after 5 years, if somebody was born in 25th of January 2000, as you open your maybe your template after 5 years, it should be 5 years from today, in the sense that we have from now it's supposed to be 21 years. After 5 years, this child will be 26 years, and you will not do that manually, you update automatically. So how do we do that? You use both an int function and a year frac function. We've not talked about int function and year frac function here, but again, I said I'm teaching things that will help us, because here the month function and the day function, things like that, they will work as well with the month and the day. So to do that, you put the equal sign, you write int first, int, like that. You use the tab key or you double click like that. What is the number that you want? You bring in now the year frac function. You type year frac, this is it. You double click. Now you have int equals to int in bracket year frac. What's the start date? The start date is the date of birth, which is this. You put D13. Remember yesterday I taught absolute reference and relative reference. You will need to fix D, that it should not move from D to E. If in case we are inserting cells this way, it should maintain D, which means I'll put $D13. I could have asked that as a question. $D13 like that. That's the start date, which is the content in cell E13. So it's the $D13 here like that. So when you put $D13, you put comma, the end date you write today. You double click like that. Then you close with the bracket like this. That's today. You're ending the today function. Then you close with another bracket. You're ending this function here. You close with the third bracket. Now you're ending this function, which means the number of brackets that you open, you should be close. You should also close with the number of brackets. So I'm having 1, 2, and 3. I close with what? 1, 2, and 3. When I'm done, I press enter. It's 21 years. Are we seeing? Now let me delete and you see something. Now it's 21 years there. Let me just delete. I want to show you something. I'm deleting that 21 years that I created. You see now that if you do like that, you need to autofill everything here. That's actually time constraining. That's why it's important you always try to use tables. Let me put this data on a table form and you see what will happen, the difference. Let's come to anywhere within the data set. I click, I come to table, I insert. I might have to use something like this or like this. That's the table, and those are my headers. I click OK. Then I don't want filters. I remove the filters here. Now look at the difference. Now I'm having, these are the date of birth. I hope you guys are getting me. All right. Yes, you are getting me. So I come to the H now. I'll put equals to, just watch and see what will happen. Equals to, I'll put the int function. I'll put year frac. Then the start date, I say you should click here. You see now it has brought dates. It has brought dates. Now you will not need to put anything like fixing the cell, because it is recognizing, is following by the header file date of birth. When you put now, click there, you see at date of birth. It means that the header is date of birth. You come, you put a comma, you put end date, now you write today. When you put today like that, we need how many brackets to close? 3, because this is the first, this is the second, and this is the third. We'll close with 3 brackets. 1, 2, 3. And note that the last bracket, if you see the red, you know it's not closed. The last bracket is always black in color. When you close, if I press now enter, it will fill the other cells automatically. Have you seen? Are we there?
Yes.
All right. You see, it fills the other cells automatically. That's it. automatically it does. I don't need to autofill. If I come here, I change the year. Let me put 20. Let me go back and pick maybe 1998, for instance, maybe February 18. Automatically, you see this child is 23 years. Now, let me change the date. You will see what will happen. Let me forward this date to 2025. See what will happen. Let me just change this date. Just watch. Let me say dates, date and time. Then all right, change date, time. This change date or time number format, no, set date or time here. Let me change the date and put it to 2025. Here, watch what's happening here. Here we are having the first case is 21 years. Let me put it to 2030. It has to be 30 years, I guess. All right, let me come here and put 2030 or 2029, they say. Then I put any age there. I put any date. It's an assumption, please. Now, date here, if you look below here, I take OK, and I come back to my, there's no refresh here, but now is main exercise. Now, if I close the file and open back, see, let me take the desktop. Desktop, I'll save it with the date of today. So today is the 4th of 8, 2021, like that. Enter. I've shifted. Okay, it has resetted here. Don't bother. I'll close this. Back this, and I'll set. I don't know why it resetted. I'll set it back to 2029 or 2028, whatever month. I'll take OK. I'll take OK. All right. I minimize. Let me open now back that Excel sheet from the desktop. You see everything will update automatically. Updated the rest, just like as if you were opening that date on that date. So if any person is to open your workbook, if you're working like a case manager, after some number of years, you might realize that some children are not more eligible to maybe benefit because of their age. But if it was entered manually, you will not know how old that child is from the data was entered, because you will not know the data that data was entered. So that's that. If you want to do things like this, let me bring back the date to the date of today. So today we are having 2021, August 4th. Okay, okay, it is back. And then at times I could have just refreshed. I don't know, refresh here. Is the refresh is not working? Refresh all. Let me see if it will change.
Sir, my screen is frozen.
Let me close. Your screen is frozen?
Frozen, yeah.
Okay, wait. Oops. All right. You are seeing now, right? Are you seeing my screen now?
Not yet.
Are you seeing my screen?
It's just blank black.
Can you see?
No,
It is still dark from my
not
side. I don't know if
saying-
others are seeing your screen, sir.
No, it is not showing. It is saying Charles has started screen sharing, but it is not coming. It's hanging there.
Yes, that is what I see from
So
my
you cannot
side.
see this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just a second. Let me see. You can see now?
Not
No,
yet.
sir, it's still blank.
Right. Let me stop it. You people just let me sign out and sign in back. Let me leave the meeting and join back. I'll join. Hello?
You're still here, sir.
Yeah, it's as if they'll need to give me the right to share my screen. I'm trying to share. They say host disable attendees sharing. Maybe the host should give me the authorization to share my screen, please.
What was that, sir?
They say host disabled as an attendee screen sharing, which means the host has disabled me from sharing my screen.
And
who is the host?
I cannot share. They say host disabled attendee screen sharing, which means the person that is a host should enable me to share my screen. It is disabled by the host.
And who is the host? I'm trying to check where we see.
Right click on my name and make me co-host.
See who the host is.
Yeah, right click on my name and make me co-host. Or when you have more options, go over to where you have more options, you make me co-host.
Mr. Charles, I'm asking, from where you
Yeah.
sit, do you know who the host is? The host is who?
Yes, it's Benga.
Oh, Benga. Oh, okay. Benga, please make Charles the host so that you can proceed.
I hope Benga is online.
I don't think so.
Let me write on the group. Hello?
You're still here, sir.
It's as if it's not there. I cannot share that. Let me screenshot and show you what is happening here. Just go on WhatsApp, you see what's appearing when I'm trying to share. That's what I see. It's as if it just came. Are you posting what's happening on WhatsApp?
Nothing from your side.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that I know that nothing is from my side, but I cannot share my screen. Okay, let me see. Oosh. Just a second. How do we sort this out without him online?
Maybe we send him a private message because I think we have his number.
All right, just send him a private message, please.
The only problem that I have here is that I don't know his names that are appearing on the WhatsApp.
Let me check. I'll know the name. I think the person that shared the link, Steve, I'm sure.
Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to contact him.
All right.
I'm trying to video call him, but he's not picking up.
I've written him as well on WhatsApp, but it's as if he has not read the message. Hello?
Still no answer, sir.
All right, let me see. Let me create a new link, a new meeting link, and I will just have the video. Then I will share the link alongside with the other one. But the issue here is that he needed to come in and stop this video, else it will be too heavy. because at the end, we'll not be able to work if we are using that particular video link.
But will it help if we all log off and log in?
Come again?
Will it help if you all log out and log in again?
That's what I did when the video freeze. I told you I
No,
was
it
leaving.
would, because yes, it is not going to help because Gemba will still be the admin. Even if we all leave and join back, we'll still find him as the admin.
If we all leave and rejoin, the recording will still continue because he is the host. He's the one that has the right to this meeting link, everything. So it will not change anything if all of us leave. He's still the one hosting. He's the only one that can shut down the meeting totally. But I don't know why he should leave this meeting without making somebody a co-host. I've been trying to reach him as well.
His phone is still ringing unanswered.
Can you try, Peter?
Okay, let me try Peter.
And I really think it could have really been good that they could give the privilege. I think this is something that we can tell them during the next meeting, because any of you might be having, let's say, your work or Excel work that you are doing something and you're having a challenge. We could have a situation where you want to ask a question and you need to share your screen. Am I right? And maybe we talk about it and how to go about it.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh.
I have been thinking that we could share the screen because the share screen button is green. I thought it was ready to go. I didn't know that we have to be a host to share the screen.
When you click, you saw it's saying that host disabled, right?
Let me check it.
Yeah, check it. You
Yeah,
see.
it's giving me that message. Host
Which
disabled.
means he has to come to where my name is and click and make me host. when he clicks and make me host or co-host, I'll be able to share.
They are not picking up the phone.
I didn't really want us to skip or to carry any class forward.
Yeah, let's just postpone to tomorrow. No worry. We'll add an extra day as we progress. Then tomorrow we can set the norms.
Maybe I think after this, we should discuss that on the forum.
Yeah.
And then and we tell them that they just make everybody have the privilege to share the screen, because you can be having your problem on your data set and want me to help you how to not only me teaching, because there are times that we might have questions on our personal data set, like what questions that we were asking yesterday that I needed to answer. If that privilege not there, we might not be able to address our needs, and we are here to be able to address our needs and also learn. So I think that's something we need to address in the group, so that they should make adjustments to that.
Okay.
And the thing is that even if we stop the class now, this recording is still going. I can imagine how heavy it will be. So the thing is, we can end the class, then we'll try to get to them to stop the class from their end. They will take it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, definitely.
Okay. Good night.
Thank you, Charles.
Yeah. Hello? Alfred?
Charles.
Yes. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
All right. I'm hosting the class in the house. I had to close early today because I was hooked down while coming home too. I don't know. Can you put on your video? At least we should be teaching. We should be having a class on. All right. Which country?
Botswana.
Botswana. I see.
Botswana. You know Botswana. You've been here.
Yeah. I know Botswana. What field? Health? Emergency?
I'm in M&E Health.
Okay, M&E Health.
Yeah, currently I'm working for an international NGO called FHI 360.
I know it. I know it. All right. Definitely, there are a lot of things. I had an M&E too that came from one country. I was lecturing, because I also mentor M&Es online in Mozambique and other countries that work with international organizations and some with UN agencies.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm planning on taking a master's in M&E maybe sometimes early next year.
All right.
So maybe you'll guide me where to go.
Okay, decide to take the master's?
Yeah.
Okay. There are definitely, though you have, I have some sites, some are offering post-master degree. But anyway, we can discuss things like that, not on this platform, because this call is recorded. It might be lengthy, and so we'll just connect. You can write me on PV, things like that. Though even this Norwegian Research Training Institute, they offer a very short term, but if you want to do masters, I can always look for you good institutions online. So you can just connect on my PV. You write me privately on WhatsApp, then we can be communicating.
Definitely do that.
Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow then.
Thanks, Charles.
Yeah.